Episode 261, No Brains, No Headache podcast. Getting it started off this week for another recording. I'm Jordan. That's Matt. We got a doozy for you. Plenty to talk about. We're going to reminisce on this day in history. We got a lot of reality TV, some big announcements, all sorts of people. We're going to talk about food. I got some trivia for Matt. So before we get into the episode, we got some housekeeping as always. What's on the docket today, Matt? Why don't you say hi to the people?
I got you a gift.
All right. It is in some sort of potato sack. All right. We got Faygo. 0 sugar, at least. Faygo grape. Genuine. Delicious. Grape. 24-ouncer. Thank you.
Yeah, I was at a gas station. And for whatever reason, they had no name brand pops. They just had...
What gas station was this?
It was in Minnesota, and it was a really weird one. It was one of those that, like, no gas stations would have that type of food. Like, they had a bunch of, like noodles and stuff, and, like, Oriental food.
Where's your headphones?
They weren't turned on, so I took them off.
Oh. I think that's maybe something you want to mention.
Oh, I didn't notice until like I got. Oh, now I can hear myself. That's weird. Do I sound like that all the time?
Helps when you hear yourself.
Oh man, this is gonna be tough.
We're 261 episodes in.
Yeah.
How have you not figured this out yet?
It's tough.
I got over the sound of my voice first month of podcasting.
Ugh.
I feel bad for our loyal listeners, but thank you for being with us today. Off to a hot start.
I had
Let me try the Faygo.
I had a Faygo moon mist diet.
I feel like there should have been more pressure releasing there. All right, we got the 0 calories, which is huge. I want to know. Yeah, what are we using to replace the sugar?
Aspartame. Well, it's
Delicious.
Faygo, so it's probably methamphetamine.
That would be fine. Acetylofame.
That sounds natural.
Soft drink review.
Give it to me straight.
Not gonna lie, that's not very good.
Okay. I mean, I didn't have high hopes, but it was weird. They didn't have any other diet tines except for Moon Mist, which is their take on Mountain Dew, and then grape. So I bought both, drank the Moon Mist on my drive.
Somehow this is both homophobic and racist. Bottled up.
I think Faygo has the opportunity to be like, could have the greatest commercials of all time. They could be like, don't be a Faygo, drink Faygo.
You know what? I think they should hire you for some marketing campaigns.
Honestly,
but if this is what they're selling, this quality of product, we may just want to put the sugar back in. Yeah. I'm all for 0 sugar drinks. You know how this podcast operates. We're a 0 sugar podcast when it comes to our refreshments, except for I found beer and grain alcohol.
We've been doing the diet sodas for pretty much as long as I can remember the podcast.
I just crushed a 12-pack of 0 sugar Mellow Yellow.
Yeah. And now,
some people didn't even know that existed.
Now I'm seeing mainstream podcasts, or that's all they're talking about. Like I saw like Bert Kreischer's podcast, and all they're doing was talking about the best 0 sugar pops. And I was like, we've been doing this for years.
Well, you know what? No Brains, No Headache is a trend-setting show. So for those of you listening out there, thank you for hopping on board and being with us, Matt. Thank you for the present. Regardless of the taste, I appreciate it. It's always nice just to get a little surprise every once in a while. I mean, I'm going to crush this.
I guarantee.
I'm thirsty as hell.
We put out one clip, and I guarantee there's going to be comments be like, is that a grape Faygo?
And maybe you should reach out to their marketing team and be like, hey, first of all, I'm in charge now. Second of all, you're the new sponsor of No Brains, No Headache.
Honestly, I would that would be awesome.
I think we at this point, that's probably one of our next moves. I usually don't like to just, make a newsletter about what our next moves are, but you've been crushing it on social media. Thank you to the 35,000 followers on Instagram, the 14,000 followers on Facebook. What's TikTok at?
Like 7,500?
7,500. Okay? I think it's time to make some moves and get some corporate sponsors. Okay? Looking at you, Faygo. Looking at you.
I love the fact that if this happened, hypothetically, that Faygo's 2 biggest markets would be
Black people.
Juggalo.
Sorry.
Juggalos. Insane Clown Posse.
It's good to know your demographic. That's all I was saying.
And No Brains, No Headache fans.
Juggalo's a big fan of the...
That's the only reason they're in business, is because that's all Juggalos drink is Faygo.
This is... Okay. Detroit, Michigan.
A hot spot for Juggalos.
And black people.
Yeah.
So I don't think either of us were wrong there.
Not wrong.
It's good to know your audience. I think that's important no matter what you do, no matter what business you're in. If you know your audience, you're going to do well. And if you're going to do anything, do it well. So therefore, I think that us just dialing in the Faygo demographic.
I think we could hit it. A lot of Juggalos, I think, could like this content.
And maybe there could be a Juggalo Jahungas crossover.
A
somehow.
Juggalo with Jahungas.
Yeah.
It's my white whale.
Yeah, we're going to talk about fantasy football next week to prepare for the season, but I did draft the Jahungas recently, and I'm excited to dive into that. But we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait a long time, but thank you again for the surprise. That was a nice start to the show. I do appreciate that.
You're welcome. And staying on the marketing brand, Cracker Barrel has decided to rebrand, and it has got some horrible reviews.
Throughout my time of this podcast, I have been pretty adamant about, at least me personally, not bringing up the trendiest things. And Matt today,
it's all I could think about though is Cracker Barrel because
I will admit
my mom works part-time at Cracker Barrel, so it hits close to home.
Okay, that helps.
And this is a direct quote from her: "People are not going to be happy, and they are not happy."
Okay, and I will admit, and I'm glad maybe you can shed some light on this. I kept seeing stuff about it. I didn't really give a shit about what was happening, but it got to the point where I saw it enough. I was like, what the hell's going on? I literally Googled what's the Cracker Barrel deal. Can you explain it to me in the layman out there who maybe is clueless?
Essentially, they took out the old dude and then moved some stuff around, and that's their new logo. And then they're rebranding their restaurant to like kind of be cleaner inside and not so many knickknacks and things.
I hate that. That's I would agree that that's what makes Cracker Barrel Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, I want so many knickknacks on the wall that like if there's a good possibility an old fishing rod falls on top of me while I'm eating, I'm okay with that. If there's not multiple snowshoes on the wall, I don't want it. Yeah,
you should always strive to keep a clean storefront or restaurant. Cracker Barrel's both. And in those situations, you got to dust every once in a while. Cracker Barrel's the exception where it's like, hey, you know what? You see that picture of some random farmer in the Great Depression that's in black and white? I want that thing to be dusty as hell. Do you remember the Cracker Barrel? They had the parrot that you could talk into, and then you just say like, boobs, and then it would be like, boobs. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, but people are real mad about it, which is funny because no one goes to Cracker Barrel. Oh my God. I had to mute my mic for that one. This Faygo is going right through me. What if you muted my mic? Just boom! It doesn't make much sense for me to mute it as I just exclaim what I did. The Cracker Barrel thing, though, if you remember weeks ago, you brought this up, Matt, the Kind. Yeah. Was it Kind granola bars? They have like a blue, green, yellow, and red kind of. Their rebrand was essentially just moving the words down a little. And I'm noticing this. Yeah, Kind. It was the 4 boxes of color with the word Kind under it. They rebranded and just moved the word Kind into the colors, which just doesn't make sense. And I'm seeing this across America. McDonald's, they used to have every character out there because it was like Ronald McDonald and then an ensemble cast of characters.
Now it's the McCafe, and
they would have play places. They would have gaming systems and toys everywhere. Now it's just the McCafe.
Yeah, the rock and roll McDonald's we used to have.
Taco Bell used to have a very vivid color scheme. Didn't really make a whole lot of sense, but now it's a cookie cutter country that we're living in.
Different look, same diarrhea.
Yeah, and then that's what hasn't changed. That's why Taco Bell is still in business. Imagine if Taco Bell started making food, that wouldn't give you dysentery. People would strike. They would rise up against Taco Bell because they say, hey, you know what? This food is delicious, but part of the experience was going home and perhaps have an excuse to call in work the next day. Mm-hmm. That's where you're getting fed, and you're also getting an excuse to skip work. The American dream, some would argue. Cracker Barrel, and that's all they're doing, Matt, is just redoing this logo to
redo it, and then
you and I could make that logo.
Yeah, they're redoing the inside of their stores, and honestly, I think it's a great push because no one was talking about Cracker Barrel for the last 30 years. And now
you and I talked about Cracker Barrel on a regular basis, but it hits close to home.
Yeah. So, but I think that now people are talking about it. So, and they did like their relaunch in Manhattan where there's no Cracker Barrel, like within 20 miles. So that was also pretty dumb, but it's got people talking. So I can't really talk. I mean,
that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Cracker Barrel, it's this old timey. They got the rocking chairs out front. Like every knickknack that's for sale in the storefront, which is a great idea, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Great idea. Hey, there's a long-ass wait.
They make you walk through.
Why don't you pull out the pocketbook and buy your kids some shit?
Yeah, they make you walk through the store, so every kid is whining.
Yeah,
like,
they had those.
I need this.
They weren't candy canes, but they were those peppermint sticks.
Those are. I love
and
their
like flavored. They're just sugar sticks, essentially.
I loved those lemon like drop things they had, or the cherry drops,
the old timey ones.
I went to an amusement park this weekend, and you could just buy sticks of sugar, and they went by inch long, and you could get like a 9-inch long one, an 18-inch long one, and then it was all different flavors out there. You could get a 60-inch long stick of sugar. The marketers of Faygo should really call up Cracker Barrel and maybe do some sort of cross promotion here. The mind is wandering right now in places it probably shouldn't. I digress. Cracker Barrel, it's that old timey store of everything for sale there. You'll find at your grandma's house out on the farm. Okay, I have one of those. I have a grandma out on a farm, and it's still just the oldest farmhouse possible. And it's got a certain smell to it. Not a bad smell, just a certain smell to it. It's a musk.
And just the knickknacks and the decor and the things and the theme, the things that you'll find, that matches Cracker Barrel.
Did your grandma have...
Not Manhattan.
Yeah.
I've been to Manhattan. It is... Let's just say... Okay, one time I went to Manhattan with my ex-girlfriend. We were dating at the time, okay? And we went out for a really nice dinner before we hit some comedy in the Comedy Cellar in Greenwich.
Yep.
Yeah, Comedy Cellar. We went to a really nice dinner, okay? And I was like, this was one of the last days of the trip, and I was consuming some alcoholic beverages. The digestive system wasn't the best, and I'm a few bites into dinner, and just something happened inside of me, and I said, will you excuse me? I have to use the restroom. Trying to be chill, nonchalant. I went to the restroom, and it was a nice place.
Did they have a bathroom attendant?
No, thank goodness. It was a single stall. And thank God he wasn't in there.
The only place I've ever gone with the bathroom attendant, I love the bathroom attendant.
They should have one in single stalls that just has toilet paper ready for you. He courtesy flushes for you.
He's in the stall with you.
That's what I'm saying. He's like standing right there.
Can I get you some magazines?
Well, if he was in there, I would have had him fan me because it was about 95 degrees in this bathroom. And it was one of those situations where you're on a time clock. It's the 2-minute drill. Okay, you can't take a whole lot of time, and there's just evil running out of me. I'm sweating. It was just an uncomfortable situation, and I felt weird. I felt out of place in Manhattan at a nice restaurant. And let me say something. It wasn't Cracker Barrel. Okay, we weren't playing rug-sized checkers before we got our table. Let me tell you that for free, okay? So, this whole Cracker Barrel thing, I don't know. I don't like the places changing up their logos just to be the most basic font you can find with the most basic color scheme.
Yeah, it's not a rebrand if you're essentially just taking part of your logo and getting rid of another part of it.
How many years do you give it, perhaps even months, until we go back, until there's an uprising in society and they say, hey, kind of like was it Aunt Jemima? I think she got the boot, Scootin' Boogie, and then is she back now?
No, but they
called for something to come back. And the design of the bottle to be Aunt Jemima, that's genius. So I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah. And there's one alcohol bottle that kind of looks like Aunt Jemima, and I always think it is that.
Kahlua?
That might be it.
It's not. I mean, it's
there's one that's kind of like it's the shape of it. But back to bathroom attendants. So I was at this bar.
We are all over the place. No brains, no headache.
I was at this bar in Chicago, and they had a bathroom attendant, and I just sucked down about 14 beers. So I was like, oh man. And I walk in there, just kind of head down. He goes, "I got you, buddy," and he just cranks the music up.
You're kidding.
No.
He knew exactly what was going on.
Knew exactly what was happening.
Was he wearing like nice clothes? And
no, he was just wearing like a t-shirt.
Oh, okay. So it's just kind of like a security guy.
I think it was just making sure that homeless people don't come in there and just like hang out in the bathroom.
Did you think you were about to light the lamp or snort a bunch of cocaine? Because when you're in the bathroom and from the stall, all you hear is, it's pretty similar to just.
But okay.
It's pretty similar to a toilet ricochet.
But I head down, I'm walking in, and I go in and just do some unforgivable things in this bathroom. I'm splashing around in there. And I come out, and I start just washing my hands, and he's kind of just looking at me. And I look down at his tip jar, and it's all just ones and stuff. And I pull out my wallet and just drop a 20 in there. And I just go, sorry. And I walk out. I felt so ashamed. And I was like, it's a bar I go to every time I'm in Chicago, and I know that if I went in there, it was the same bathroom attendant, he would remember me.
He was probably supposed to split tips with the janitor because he didn't even have to clean it up. So he's probably just like, it's going to go in my pocket now. I mean, there's no cameras in there, so do whatever you want.
You haven't lived until you've listened to Toto by Africa just blowing up a bathroom in Chicago.
This is true. This is true. You weren't prepared for the amount of emotion you're going to experience in such a moment.
Yep. Cracker
Barrel, I'm going to go ahead and put it on our shit list. And it's one of I haven't been to Cracker Barrel in
it's been over probably
over 5 years.
Over 5 years
for sure. Over under we're hitting the over on that one. Well, on to the next housekeeping. We're not even into the episode, by the way. Any new listeners out there, thank you for joining us. But this housekeeping. Yeah, this is how we roll.
Housekeeping usually is more than half of the episode, so
we're getting there. We are pushing it. We are recording ahead of time, so that's for you guys. We have plenty of time. We got nothing to do really.
Nope.
I went on the longest hike of my life. Again, here I go again. I made it one of my goals for August. I set a few goals. And one of them was a 15-mile hike. Now, I did a 10 probably about a year ago. This last spring, I did a 12.2, give or take. The whole time for that one, I was just scared of rattlesnakes.
Yeah, that was that one, okay.
And I'm not going to go back to that area right now. It is rattlesnakes are breeding right now. It's mating season.
Yeah.
They're going to get aggressive. I'm not going to enjoy a minute of that hike. But this one, I didn't have to worry about.
I love how you say that now, but you didn't enjoy a minute of the last hike you were there.
Okay, I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. one day, and it was one of those when you wake up that early and your mind immediately starts racing, and you just know you're not going to fall back asleep.
Yeah.
You've been there, everybody's been there, and it sucks, but it's like I laid there for about an hour and 15 minutes, and I was like, fuck it. Let's just get the day started. You know what? We might as well. The sun's getting hot. We are recording on August 26th. Here in North Dakota, we are experiencing a phase, if you will, of weather. I took this hike about a week or so ago. I haven't seen Matt in a while, actually. But I took this hike about a week ago, and when I woke up, I checked the weather. It was 99% humidity. We were maxing out on humidity. But it was only like 65 degrees. However, I mean, the sun was rising. The sun was up, and it was only going to get hotter as the temperature-wise as the day went on. And to make matters worse, I don't know what got into me. The motivation was just pumping. I decided to take my backpack, cleared everything out of it, and I put in a 10-pound weight in my backpack because I was like, hey, you know what? I've been walking a lot more lately. I was trying to challenge myself.
20 feet into the walk, you just throw the weight into the lake.
At this point, though, when I started the trek, if you will, I didn't have plans of doing the 15 miles until literally about 200 yards in. I was just like, yep, I'm doing it today. Since I had the pack with the weight in it, I also had a large water bottle. I had a little refreshment to drink as well. It was morning time. The birds were chirping. The sun was coming up. And when you do 15 miles, I mean, you can plan for minimum 5 hours.
Yeah, that's tough.
So I left at like a little bit before 7. I was like, perfect. I can get this done by noon. Let's just do it now. And so I did it. I did 15 point. Where's it at?
I thought it was like 15.26 or something.
Hold on, guys. This is just great content. What the fuck is it? This is how many walks I've taken lately. I can't even find it. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Here we go. 15.08 miles in 4 hours and 55 minutes. I actually broke the 5-hour mark. But yeah, about 2 miles in, because I did a figure 8 pattern. Keep the people guessing. About 2 miles in, I ditched that weight. I threw it in the ditch, literally. And I was like, I'll come back and get it. I get back, and I'm at like mile 13 and a half. I make it another. I was like, I'll just pick it up and take it home. By this point, it was 85 degrees. There was no breeze at all. I'm all out of water at this point. And I once again ditched my entire pack because I was close enough to home where I was like, I'll just come back and get this. 15 miles later, guys, do you want to take a guess on how many steps I took that day?
32,000.
Very good guess. 34,994. So I usually have my phone on me just throughout the day, especially when I go for walks, just to track it, listen to music, podcasts. I've been going for a lot more walks lately, and there's always an outlier, so I'll just read to you in thousands some of these days. In thousands, 17, 10, 19, 17, 27, 100, 15, 14, 34, 14, 16, 14, 100, 16,
1,400 is
13,
so
14. Okay, it was last Friday. The wind at the lake was howling at a minimum of 25 miles per hour. I mean, gusts were probably up to 50. Like, I was in the cabin, and it was coming off the water, and it was like you would just hear the cabin kind of just like shake and shift a little bit. So I was going to go out that day and keep my hot streak. Like, Matt, just look at, this is the 34th. This little guy, don't worry about that little guy.
You took 25 times more steps one day than the next.
1,484. Let's just say that Friday, it was a rest day, but did the longest hike of my life again. So I think the next has to be 17 and a half. Or excuse me. Yeah, 17 and a half miles.
Oh.
Yeah, that's got to be it. The thing about it is it's carving out the time. Your day is shot. And since I woke up at 4:30 that day, I slept for like 4.5 maybe hours. If you want to take a really good nap, wake up at 4:30 in the morning, go for a 15-mile hike, get back, take a shower, and then lay on the couch in a nice, cool, dark basement. You want to treat yourself like a sack of potatoes. And that's what I did. I don't think I slept. It was a solid 2 hours. I was just dead to the world.
Do you ever think that sleeping in a coffin would be comfortable?
Maybe not the idea of a coffin, something similar, but the coffin itself, that's way too dark for me.
Oh, 5 days ago, I was thinking I should just get a coffin and then sleep in it.
I mean, I don't want to sound like a complete pile of shit, but there was a period there where I just slept on the couch for 3 nights, and it was nice.
I used to have bunk beds where the bottom was a futon and the top bunk was a bed, and
Is that the one you pissed?
Yeah, I never slept on the top bunk.
It's kind of cozy.
Yeah.
Get cozy up in there, but we better move on. Hey, I did 50 miles. Suck it.
My algorithm has been taken over by canned Coozies, and I will say that the neoprene normal canned Coozie is perfectly fine.
What's a neoprene can Coozie?
Just like the normal ones. I don't know what they're made out of. Like the rubbery kind of ones.
Okay.
Yeah, I see one over there.
Yeah.
But those are fine. These ones are $60. And they're universal can koozie. And it's okay. And it keeps drinks cold for 12 hours. What drink do I want to keep cold for 12 hours?
Yeah.
In what situation would it be oh man, this OJ that I had for breakfast, still good at dinner.
Better keep it for later. I'm up at 4:30 in the morning. I want this at 4:30 in the afternoon.
And you have to let me unscrew this and then take out the bottom thing because I have a different can and I put that in there and then I screw it on. And then 1.5 minutes later, when I finish the beer, I have to get a completely new, open it up.
You sound upset.
I don't like it. I don't use canned koozies because they're stupid.
What ad did you click on?
It rhymes with cost fuddy.
I don't know.
Frost Buddy.
What the fuck is Frost Buddy?
I don't know, but it's all over my TikTok. And it's this guy having a conversation with himself. I mean, it's great marketing because it's fucking getting me all wild up. But they're like, oh, would you like to have your favorite college team on it? And be like, yeah, cool. Oh, we don't have Notre Dame. They won't give us licensing. Yeah, because they're smart and it's fucking stupid that you're having these things.
I've actually just kind of started either just throwing them away or purposely leaving them at other places I go to.
Yeah, my golf bag is about 75% canned koozies that I just get from people, and then I don't throw them away until the end of the year, and then I just purge all of them.
Yeah, there's certain things in this world that we don't need more of. Call me a tree hugger, but we don't need more grocery bags. If you're still going to the grocery, just get a reusable grocery bag, one of those cloth ones. We don't need more grocery bags out there. You don't need more at home. You have a whole section of your kitchen designated to keep the grocery bags to use as garbage bags.
So my kids are going to use this when they go trick-or-treating. But now kids don't even trick-or-treat anymore.
Yeah. And canned koozies falls into that category.
I'll say the only time that a canned koozie is acceptable in my mind is if you are
July in the upper Midwest.
Yeah, I was going to say if you're at a lake and you're outside, like on a boat, yeah, throw it in a koozie because you're going to have that beer for 15-ish minutes. Might get a little warm at the end.
The condensation alone.
Yeah. Then canned koozie's fine. But I'm not going to, like, take out my power tools to get this thing open, put a beer in it, twist it back on, and it never lines up quite right.
Can I play the devil's advocate real quick?
They're making more money than I am? Yeah, I know.
No, I'm pretty sure you bought a canned koozie that you were just jazzed up about because you could put your chew can in the bottom.
That's also I bought it because you can put drinks in it. It just happened to be a canned koozie.
Oh, okay. I mean, anything's a cup as long as you pour your drink in it.
Yeah, true. But
want my shoe?
Shoesy?
Who needs a canned koozie when you got your shoe? You're just chugging your beer out of a shoe.
It's just a smelly Nike. Yeah, but I don't like canned koozies.
Rant over with?
Yep.
Okay, now that we are 31 minutes into the episode, I think it is a good time to start. Welcome to episode 261.
Okay, let's party.
I was adjacent to a hostage situation this week that had the entire town of Bismarck standing still.
Well, nothing is going on in this fucking town anyway, so this is the most entertainment we've had in a long time.
Yeah, it's the most entertainment that you're going to have until September 13th when we take over the Belle Mayhews. Buy tickets, link in our bio. But this guy walks into a bank, and albeit there's this bank has two locations. One location has absolutely no money in it, and the other location's like where the tellers are and stuff. He goes into the one that doesn't have any money in it and goes into an office and just goes, "Excuse me, ma'am, I don't know what you want to do about this, but I'm going to blow up this bomb in my backpack." Direct quote. And he lets everyone...
Was he that calm and polite?
Yeah, he had
Excuse me, ma'am.
That's what it said on the police affidavit. That's what exact words were.
Oh, hold on, sir. I'll be right with you.
I'm just going to blow up this bomb real quick. Door open or shut? But he then tells this person to call the cops, and he would appreciate it if the cops would come in there and shoot him. Just another outlandish statement. But then
So is he just trying to get shot?
Yeah,
I know one way to do that. Shoot at the cops.
You go down to any local sporting goods store, you can walk out same day with a gun. In fact, some guy actually did it in a local sporting goods store one time.
Rules of engagement.
Yeah, but this guy...
They're not going to shoot you unless they're shot at.
Rules of a hostage situation actually hold some hostages, because he just let everyone go. So essentially, he was the only one in this building with a backpack that turns out didn't have a bomb in it.
What if the chick was just like, whatever, I hate my life. Let's just get it over with.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll open you an account and get you a debit card, and then I'll be on my way.
Would you like me to grab you a cup of coffee, sir? Why don't you have a seat?
It's only been out for 6 hours. It's great. And then, so this guy goes on for a couple hours, and it's right by my building. And I look on the news, and it says that every building around it has been evacuated. As I'm sitting...
You're like 100 yards away.
One of the closest buildings to it on the ground level, just sitting right in the corner. There was times that I was just walking outside to see what was going on. And it was like, they haven't evacuated anyone.
I saw videos of people directly across the street on like the third floor.
Vantage view, like perfect view of it. And
so that was a lie.
Yeah, I was just like, and at some point, I don't even know what they're doing. Like this cop just drives like a minivan, comes up, gets out of it, goes, they had like snipers up on all these buildings.
The buildings they evacuated,
yeah.
Correct?
And then, no, one of them they didn't evacuate.
That was a joke, man.
Yeah, I get it. Well, yeah.
Like, why are you? How does that make the public feel any safer? If all the buildings have been evacuated, as everybody's is on their phone recording this guy,
and then so needless to say, they talked this guy down from whatever ledge he was on, and
it was the ground floor.
Yeah,
it was just street level.
Apparently, he went up to the second level.
Whoa! Yeah, might sprain an ankle. Watch out.
Apparently, someone that works at that bank told me that everyone was evacuating down the staircase, and there was a guy that was coming in for a job interview, and as they were coming down the staircase, he was going up in the elevator, came out to the floor, and there was just no one there. So he got the job.
Hell of a first day.
Yeah, and so needless to say, this guy comes out.
Actually, no, I wouldn't want to work for a place if the day of my interview it's getting a bomb threat.
Not even a threat, like an active situation. No, I thought someone like initially called. No, there was a guy in there with a suspicious package. And then speaking of packages, they made this guy go outside, take off all of his clothes.
Yep, that's the video I saw from the building directly across the street.
And so there is everyone, including myself, is looking out as this guy just goes full frontal, huge bush, lays down on the scalding hot sidewalk.
Yeah, we were pushing 90 that day, and the sun was beating down.
And they imagine trying to get him off the sidewalk, and they have to use like a spatula, like they do in
Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt to get the dog's testicles off.
I don't know. I think his wee got a little burnt.
Yeah. So yeah, that was how I spent about 2 hours of my day. It was very entertaining. Especially because I was inside the zone they blocked out, so I feel like I had like a level up on everyone that was wanting to know what was going on.
You know, you heard it here first, people, on No Brains, No Headache, just delivering you the juicy news that you deserve. The Bismarck Police Department claimed to have evacuated all of the buildings.
Yep.
None of them were evacuated. So they're just lying to you, the citizens of Bismarck. You were getting lied to by your police force that the buildings were evacuated.
Yep.
What did they find in the backpack? Did they?
No, they didn't say it, but I'm assuming it was just some like dirty
Some
clothes.
trading cards and some old gum. It's like some dirty gym shorts.
A Pepsi that expired in 2001.
Condoms, expiration date, 1997. Yeah, this dude had a huge bush.
Yeah.
And people were posting that on their Facebook page. And I should probably check. I'm not going to. I don't care that much. But several hours later, it was still on, which kind of tempts me to post naked videos of myself on my Facebook page.
And
why not, you know?
And one of my favorite Facebook pages, Bismarck People Reporting the News, the speculation alone on that page, because there was like one thread of it was like a post of the police department saying that like we're in a lockdown here, and then everyone was just being like, yeah, there's 30 guys in the bank with all submachine guns. Everyone within 2 miles should evacuate.
It's like the adult version of the game Telephone.
He gets to the end and it's like, yeah, downtown Bismarck is a wasteland now.
It might as well be. It might as well be. Okay?
We can move on.
Yeah. Thank you. Great.
Yep.
Great news article and talking point to get the actual the meat of the episode started off. Happy anniversary to Andrew Luck's retirement date. You know, a lot of people like to say, you know, where were you on 9/11? You know, where were you in Easter of 08? You know, where were you when Andrew Luck retired? Well, Matt and I, we were in Chicago.
Just about going to our first Cubs game.
And just kind of laying around in the hotel room. And across the TV comes Andrew Luck's retirement. Let's just back it up a touch. Earlier on that trip, I taught Matt how to drink on an airplane. Now, it's funny because what we call, like, what are they, 1 ounce?
1.5 ounce.
1.5 ounce.
We call them shooters.
We call them shooters. And I like to bring them on planes. But I don't like to put those words in the same sentence. Like, I brought some shooters on a plane. Not great. Nips.
Also, finger guns.
Yeah.
Not allowed on a plane. Unless you're a flight attendant. She did it to me one time.
But we brought in these 1.5 ounce vessels of alcohol, we'll call them. And I told Matt, I was like, you can bring these on. They're not going to do anything about it. It is illegal to drink them on the plane, but you got to be a complete dumbass to get caught.
Yeah, it's illegal to drink nips on a plane if you get caught.
So I brought a few. Did we drink before we even got to the airport? I don't think so.
I don't think we were drinking at the airport, though.
Drink at the airport. We get on the flight. I
bought a Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah, we had some alcoholic beverages. But we didn't ration very well because about halfway through the flight, we ran out. And I wasn't about to start buying the expensive...
$11 Miller Lights.
No, thank you. So by the time we landed, got through the airport, got transportation, got to our hotel, went to the wrong hotel. It was a whole thing.
I went to the wrong hotel last week again.
It's tradition.
But it was reverse this time because that hotel sucked, and the one I went to, way nicer.
Matt and I were so hungover by the time we got settled in that for the first 3 hours in Chicago, this was my first time as an adult being in Chicago. We each laid in our hotel beds watching Jersey Shore. You know, the hit MTV show. Well, Barstool decides that they're going to recreate this, which is what Barstool does. I like to give them a hard time, but they absolutely nail it. They just rip off TV shows.
And do it with their own personalities, and it ends up being great.
And it's great. So they have Barstool Beach House. 5 dudes, 5 chicks from Barstool just living in a house on the beach in New Jersey.
I love the giant dude, Mike.
Mike Kadick, former offensive lineman for Indiana.
Could have went to the NFL and been like a pretty decently high draft pick. It was just like, you know what? That doesn't seem that fun. Honestly, like, I'm surprised more people aren't doing this because he just was like, I'm kind of funny.
People aren't doing what?
Just not going to the NFL because they want to do something else. I mean, you get the occasional, like, this guy went to be a Catholic priest. That happened one time. This guy was like a doctor. This guy, like, went on to be a neurosurgeon and forgoed the NFL. You don't get a lot of guys that are like, I'm going to go work for a media company. Fuck the NFL.
Well, it seems like he's having an absolute blast, but I just think it's funny because they have cameras throughout the house. They do have some privacy in the bedrooms and bathrooms, obviously, probably for the best. Otherwise, it would be a different kind of TV show. But then you're out at the bar, and they're just like hitting on chicks. My thought is that the people of New Jersey, the East Coast, are, I guess, a lot more understanding, laid back, open-minded. Because growing up in bumfuck North Dakota, you imagine going to a bar and just hitting on chicks while there's 4 different people. Like, they're all just standing there recording. Because there's not even a YouTube channel. All this really is
people with phones, and they immediately upload clips
to like Instagram. I thought there was going to be like a YouTube series, and there is like a recap show. I don't really give a fuck, but yeah. I thought that would be so entertaining. It's just like, it's just what Jersey Shore is. But now in modern day, later, it's so interesting where they just get wasted.
Yeah, I mean, and then they get wasted and be like, yeah, all they did was fight all night. It's like, weird. You put 10 people in a house that comfortably sleeps 6 and then give them copious amounts of booze and they get in fights.
Well, they're either fighting or they're fucking.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, weird. No one saw that one coming.
I just think it's interesting
if I'm in my house by myself and I have 16 beers, there's a good chance that I'm talking to myself in the mirror, being like, the hell are you doing here?
And fucking.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Big difference. But it's just interesting of like how things are perceived, you know, given your status or location. Because it's just a normal thing of the Saturday and Sunday mornings. After they go out, it's like, oh, did you smash last night? Oh, did you bang those blondes last night? God forbid you have a little intercourse around these parts and you are crucified. I just don't understand, but it is quality entertainment.
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny. Andrew Luck's retirement takes us back to Chicago, Jersey Shore, Barstool Beach House, episode 261.
It's pretty ironic. So I love gambling on college sports, and my one big game this week was I bet on Stanford, who Andrew Luck is the GM of. And he was there in Hawaii, and they let a Japanese kicker from Hawaii who doesn't speak a lick of English beat them.
Well, I did see some plays. There was a play where the quarterback rolled out and threw the ball directly to the defense. It was an freak athletic play, but they blew that one.
And I think like Stanford has like...
I thought Hawaii got wiped out by a tsunami.
I thought it was a fire or something. Like, we lost half the team and we are Marshall situation. Oh, there's a plane crash? Like, no, they went surfing and just didn't come back.
They're on a hike.
Yeah.
Be back in a couple hours.
They went to see that volcano and it all became active, and now we don't have a defensive line. But yeah, so I lost my first bet. Andrew Luck retired. He's still fucking me, so.
Son of a bitch. Moving on, episode 261.
Big news came out today that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged. I couldn't give a shit about that, but I have some... These are things that I think are going to happen at Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's wedding.
I tried this one chilling that set my mouth on fire, and I had to drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
Tell me if this will, 1, not happen, or 10, could very well happen.
Before you start, imagine being a normal person and getting engaged today and like posting that good news. You're just overridden with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
I saw some like NCAA basketball guy who's like, breaking news, Rhode Island is going to play an away game at Seton Hall in 2027. Someone's like, wow, Taylor Swift really shit on this guy's breaking news.
All right, what's going to happen or not at their wedding?
The marriage lasts less than 100 days.
That is not going to happen. I think that this one... They're not going to stay married forever.
Yeah.
That I take it to the bank with a bomb in your backpack in downtown Bismarck and put your penis on the hot cement. But I don't think the 100 days is a thing because football season starts in T-minus 2 weeks. So T-Rav is going to be busy with that. T-Swizzle is coming out with like a new album and she's got shows lined up. So I think ultimately, like, they're gonna go on. Wait, how's a honey? Wait, they just got engaged. Okay, yeah.
So this
so
could
they'll
be
get married. And
do you think they get married?
Sorry, but I miscalculated everything.
Do they break up before they get married?
No, they're gonna get married. And smart move on Travis, by the way. I mean, there's gonna be a prenup. Let's face facts, but
she's worth 8 times more than he is.
That's
and I thought it would be a lot.
Be a good idea on his part to.
I thought it'd be a lot more.
Not get a prenup and it's the reverse. If women want empowerment, you got it through Taylor Swift. That's why she's so popular. She's the breadwinner, and Travis should really take her for everything she's worth. It's going to last more than 100 days, regardless of what time of the year it is. They're going to be so busy with their lives that like they're going to go on the honeymoon.
They get married and don't see each other for 100 days.
Well, they probably won't see each other like a whole lot.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a slow burn. As I think this is still so new to pop culture right now, the Taylor Swift and Travis thing. And like I literally just listened to a podcast on addictions and behaviors and dopamine levels. I don't want to get into it, but as humans, we are wired to constantly want more, bigger, better. Okay. So they kind of started talking and flirting, and then they had that phase. And then, now they're dating, and she came to the fucking football games. He went to the concerts. They have all this romance. Okay. Now they're engaged. Then they're going to get married. There's going to be nothing left to do after that. As a celebrity and just wanting bigger and more and better things, they're going to be like, well, what else to do? Now the next thing to do is get a greasy divorce.
Yeah. Or have like artificially inseminate having quadruplets or something.
Yeah, or a sex tape leak. Yep. I, for one, am kind of on that boat.
Yeah. I would get a virus on my phone to watch that.
So, more than 100 days. Over.
Travis takes Taylor's last name.
This one is a good question.
It's kind of a bitchin' last name.
Travis Swift.
Also gay.
I've seen so many jokes about this, and I'm just going to throw out the cheapest jokes at my next opportunity about this. Nobody's going to take anyone's last name. No. Taylor Swift is going to remain Taylor Swift. Travis Kelce is going to remain Travis Kelce.
Jason Kelce gets drunk and ruins the wedding.
I don't think that's going to happen. You know how I feel about the Kelce family. There's going to be a video of him on the dance floor, and he's going to be like triple fisting beers, and his shirt's going to be off, and everyone's just going to suck his cock, and it's going to be lame.
I do not get asked to officiate the wedding.
That is not going to happen.
I was trying to trick you.
You are. They're going to be like, you know who should officiate our wedding? Maddie fucking Applesauce.
That's who. Yeah. Who's going to give it to him?
You. That's who.
They cater in Arby's.
No. They're going to have fucking caviar and fucking... Yeah, I don't even want to say it.
Enough! Travis's divorced parents get in a fight at the rehearsal dinner, and his dad isn't allowed to attend the actual ceremony.
I want that to happen. Fuck the Kelce family. I'm just so... I'm over it. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't either.
It is whatever. Hope that Jason Kelce's wife's podcast gets canceled.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a tough listen for a dude.
Have you listened to it?
No, I've just seen clips, and I was like, this sucks. But then I also look at clips of our podcast, and I was like, this sucks.
It's all about knowing your audience. Yeah. And who does a better job than Faygo?
Yeah.
Zero sugar.
For the juggalos. And listeners, no brains, no headache. Yeah, that's all I have. I really don't care. I was just going to throw out some speculations of what's going to happen. Or probably not happen.
It was enough to keep me off social media today once that stuff broke. And I do love the, like on Twitter especially, the people who are sports journalists.
Oh, yeah, and they're trying to break the news.
Tweet about like fantasy football predictions, and they're like, breaking. No, nobody cares. I don't care.
Your last tweet was like, Shy Tuttle has been waived from the Carolina Panthers. 30 seconds later, Taylor Swift is engaged to Travis Kelce. It's like, maybe leave that to a different journalist.
I think if the day ever comes where I get engaged and married, I may just have a conversation with my significant other where it's like, do we really need to post this shit all over social media? Half the reason I even post on there is because we have a brand to offer. We have value and entertainment to offer to people. I want to sell tickets, so buy your tickets for fuck's sakes. But that's the only reason. Anything beyond that, it's like, especially if it's somebody that I love and care about. It's like, yeah, no, you're not gonna be in the public eye.
I was gonna say something I completely forgot. I think I have post-concussion syndrome.
I don't know, but moving on, we're going here. We got a long one. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Makes me want to vomit. RV people, Matt. Let's talk about RV people. Why are they the way they are?
Most of what I know about RV people is camping in my early days with the Weichel family, and I wouldn't classify you guys as RV people, and the movie RV with Robin Williams.
It's actually kind of a good one.
I used to watch that movie and eat hot fudge sundae Pop-Tarts. don't really know why I correlate those two things together, but I was like, oh shit, RV's on TV. I gotta get some hot fudge sundae Pop-Tarts.
Let's record it so I don't miss anything. I gotta run to the store quick.
I'm thinking about the movie RV, and I can taste hot fudge sundae Pop-Tarts.
RV people. Why are they the way they are? Let me upset you a little bit. I have a clip here that I came across on Instagram, and it just grinded my gears.
I'm in a camper while we're Airbnb-ing our house. And here's what my current night routine looks like. It is also day 109 of racing my husband to 100,000 followers on our social medias. I think I'm around 15 or 16K. So definitely go ahead and hit that follow button if you want to follow along with the journey. All right, you guys, tonight was a work night for Grant. I had the day off, obviously, because it's a Sunday. Grant worked a 12-hour shift, so he got home. I like to immediately unload his lunchbox because I just can't stand to have that lingering for any longer than it needs to. I just like to get the place cleaned up, straightened up so that I can sit down for the night. I just like to go around the house and kind of straighten up everything, put away the blankets, the clothes. I did get groceries, so I had to put all of those away. I am putting all of the cold items downstairs because we have a fridge down there. We still don't have anything hooked up in here, so I just have all like the dry goods put away, but then all of the cold stuff is downstairs. Tomorrow, hopefully, Grant is going to get everything hooked up in this camper, so like electricity, plumbing, so that we can use the bathroom in here and shower. The fridge is going to work, everything. So I am so excited to start cooking again. It's definitely been a long couple of weeks eating out and trying to find stuff to make without any water or electricity. And if you guys know me, I hate spending money, especially on food. Like, so I'm very excited to get in the kitchen and start making things homemade again. After I cleaned up the camper and vacuumed, put everything away, I had to work on some of Grant's work shirts. He wanted me to take all of his long sleeve work shirts and make them short sleeves. So I basically just measured them, cut off the sleeves, and then cleaned up the inseams. I haven't gotten to sew in quite some time, so this was actually very fun for me. He had like 3 or 4 shirts, so this basically took me the rest of the night, but it brought back so many memories. I used to sew everything growing up. It was so much fun. And that was basically my night. I went downstairs to organize the food, and then now I'm getting ready to go to sleep.
Question, right away, she's like, yeah, we have a cooler downstairs. How big is your RV if you have a downstairs in it?
Okay, did she not say that she was at 15 or 16,000 followers? What does that number say?
12,700.
So we're just lying about our fault. Like,
she could have lost 3,000 because that video was so bad.
Well, I think we just lost listeners by me playing that. A couple of things. RV people that drive me absolute fucking bonkers. She kept saying downstairs, like you mentioned. Isn't that just the storage hatch underneath in the undercarriage? Isn't that just where you like store like your fire pokers and like fucking portable grill?
It's where you put your children when they're bad.
They also had no running water. By the sounds of it, nothing.
And it looked like a very nice RV. And if you don't have that hooked up, you essentially have $160,000
walls
ice castle.
Why don't they have that stuff?
Homeboy
was at work for 12 hours. He should have been at fucking in their house, that which she keeps referring to as a house. It is not. It's a recreational vehicle, RV. You said RV at the start. You're the one who called it an RV. I didn't call it an RV. You call it an RV. It's not a fucking house. It's an RV.
We're going to just gloss over the fact that she's like, we're living in an RV because we're Airbnb-ing our house. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I've never understood that, too, of like, we're going to sacrifice everything so strangers can fornicate in our bedroom.
So they could break our furniture and we could try to replace it, but not get enough money from them. Honestly, I should sort of choose like day one living in my car as I Airbnb out my house.
But I don't get it. Homeboy is
day one of sleeping in my car so people could jerk off in my own house. He goes to work to get away from her, and she's like sewing his clothes together.
Did you hear that he wanted his work shirts to go from long sleeve to short sleeve? So she cut off the long sleeve and then hemmed them. Where the fuck are you working? Can't you just ask your work for short sleeve shirts instead of have your wife have to manufacture a short sleeve shirt?
Hey, Grant, I know you said you wanted short sleeve shirts. We order them. He's like, bup. My wife just got this taken care of. just sews a third arm onto it.
What does Homeboy say in the other guys? I make a wicked pot of decaf.
Exactly, Bob. You're a worthless piece of shit.
That's what I imagine that guy.
That's
so
why I've been sad all the
he's
time.
working 12 hours a day. They're Airbnb in their house, and they're racing each other to 100,000 followers on Instagram. What the fuck is wrong with people? Where are your priorities? What isn't the American dream? Like, what's so wrong with having a house, having a steady job, and just, oh, I came home from work today, instead of living in a goddamn shanty that doesn't have any running water, so I have to take a shit in the woods behind it.
It's hot.
Why don't you just live in your house that you have? I'm all for, like, investing.
When did I get up and get this beer?
I think you were in a rage blackout.
I was like, I'm not drinking today.
Yeah, you say that every day.
Sandwich is just having rough sex with the door right now.
The door to the studio is rough.
Another thing, she's like, we have no electricity or running water, and then she proceeds to use everything that has all the lights are on. I don't know if you noticed that. She's using a vacuum. I don't know where you charge that if you don't have electricity. Somehow has a sewing machine that doesn't need to be plugged in.
Yeah, let's have a $100,000 RV and none of the amenities work.
Or you just spend so much money on batteries. Or batteries.
I don't know. It's also like Labor Day's coming up, end of summer. Damn it. Rim jobs are free.
I think you've only made like one of those throws in the last 6 months.
I'm working with the defense here. I got water bottle and a Diet Coke anyway. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Labor Day's coming up. And just throughout the summer, especially on the highways, when you see somebody pulling a camper on a Saturday, it's like, dude, just give up. The weekend's over with, man. I mean, used to do the old camper, and we call it campers. People call them travel trailers, RVs, whatever. The camper.
You're not camping if your RV has a downstairs.
It doesn't have it downstairs, Matt. They're fucking. She's just chilling outside in a lawn chair because the electricity is about to go out.
Is one step down like a different level in her mind? Yeah, we have a 3, or what if she had like a 6-story camper that was just comically straight up tall?
Don't take it through the drive-through. Rule number 1.
Yeah. I saw a guy, so I work downtown. I saw a guy just pulling a 5th-wheel camper around downtown. And I was like, there's no scenario that you need to get anything downtown and be like, oh, I'm just going to pop downtown and grab something real quick. There's nothing that you need down there while pulling a 5th-wheel camper. You're just like, yeah, let me parallel park this real quick.
It's so North Dakota to be like, oh, the narrowest roads?
Yeah. I jackknifed myself on 3rd Street. It's like, well, who could have saw this one coming?
RV people piss me off. We better keep it moving.
I just wanted to touch on Continental Breakfasts real quick.
Breakfasts? What the fuck is a breakfast?
Is the plural of breakfasts. I added an extra syllable. Breakfasts. Breakfasties. But anyways, Continental Breakfast. I learned that continental breakfasts were made in Europe because they were something that doesn't involve cooking. You just put something out and it's real light. In America, we call them continental breakfasts, but they are full breakfasts now. I had one at my hotel that had bacon, eggs, sausages, waffles. You could get an omelet. They had like oatmeal and shit. Somehow in America, we have turned something that was supposed to be a nice small breakfast into the fattest meal of the day. And I am here for it. It was delicious.
I don't know. I'm kind of
like, what do you do when you go through a continental breakfast? What's your
I'm kind of anti-hotel because it seems like the last few that I've stayed at, it costs a bunch of money, and there either isn't a continental breakfast available, or if there is, it's literally like cereal and dry muffins. And like the waffle maker's always broken, so then it's like the only waffle I'm getting is a waffle stomp I'm gonna perform in the shower before I leave
to get your shit to go down the drain.
So, because I've looked into that,
Have you ever-
traveling, it's like, okay, where am I going to stay? I'm full team Airbnb.
Yeah. I like when
I like that more anyway.
When I travel for work, I always want to find a hotel with a hot tub. No hotels have hot tubs anymore.
Yeah. See, we're traveling in a few weeks for a wedding, and I did just wait too long to get a hotel room, so now I'm just staying in an Airbnb, and it's like, I would way rather do that anyway. Way more affordable, and I don't really want to see anybody. Like in the mornings, like that's my time. I want to be able to like go out and like do what I want.
I swear to God, if anyone at this wedding asks me to go on a hike, I'm gonna friggin' bring a fully automatic rifle to the.
I'm not gonna ask you to go on a hike. I'm going on a hike, and I want you to stay as far away from me as possible.
Okay, good. I'm not a hiking person.
No, I know that.
Yeah,
I'm very well aware. Like we aren't even carpooling there because I'm gonna go on so many hikes.
If someone wants to start drinking at 8:30 in the morning, this guy.
I'll consider it. I don't know. That may be too many hours together in a day.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah.
But that's the only way to do it is to drink so we could stay at each other.
All right, hit me with your trivia and we'll get the hell out of here.
All right. I've been waiting for this for a while. I've been on a movie kick, guys. I just been crushing them. Football season is upon us, so I started watching the football movies. Next up is definitely going to be Remember the Titans, but I was watching the classic film Varsity Blues. And I love that movie. I saw it right when it came out as a young child. That probably explains why I am the way I am today. But I said, you know what? I'm going to give Matt some Varsity Blues trivia. He says he's ready for it.
Did you look these up or did you make it yourself?
I made them as I went,
Then
so
it's
it
gonna
was
be way
like
harder.
I think there's a couple softballs, but there's a couple in here. Like if you they're in chronological order.
Okay.
So if like you just watch the movie, you can
Jordan told me about this a week ago, and I was like, yeah, I'll carve out time to watch Varsity Blues.
All right, so there's 10 questions and then a 5-point bonus round. Let's see how well you do of the 15 points, let's say, that are available. You ready?
I'm putting the over-under at 7.5.
I'll take the over. I think you're going to do fine. All right, question number 1, Varsity Blues trivia. During Coach Kilmer's pep rally speech at the beginning of the movie, he says he has brought 2 state titles and how many district championships?
8.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
22.
Jesus.
He's going.
How has he only won 2 state championships?
It's Texas, like winning.
Football's a way of life.
Such a good opening scene. Yeah, because he's going for 23. So, God willing, you give me 23. Do I have a Varsity Blues?
We have to have one.
Well, there's got to be a Varsity Blues.
We need to sit down
Sound clip.
and just reshuffle the whole sound clip thing.
You keep your paws off. You weren't even wearing your headphones earlier, so it wouldn't have mattered.
It's because you didn't turn them on.
Here we go.
Look, I'm hungover too, all right? We got to suck it up. We got to put one in the end zone.
Classic. All right. What is the name of Tweeter's new end zone dance? Right at the beginning, they're in the locker room, and he's like, "Do you want to see my new end zone dance?" Yeah, just like,
The shimmy shuffle?
Final answer?
Yeah.
The name of Tweeter's new end zone dance is the new Tweeter end zone dance. Okay, 0 for 2. I should have taken the under. If you get this is the hardest one.
I haven't seen this movie in 2 years. I see clips of it all the time, but
if you get this one, you're not going to. I had to put like an absolutely hard one. What is the title of the book that Mox is reading on the sideline?
Pride and Prejudice.
Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. You barely see it on the screen. I had to like pause it 4 times. And that was my one in there where I was like, you're not going to get it.
Quick 0 for 3. Bounce back question.
0 for 3. Who is the now famous actor who plays Lance's little brother?
Neil Patrick Harris.
Who is the now famous actor who plays Lance's little brother? Is NPH your final answer?
Yeah.
Jesse Plemons.
That guy's ugly. He has red hair.
Yeah. They hold back their son an extra year just so he's like better at football. 8th grade ain't so bad, is it?
Look, I'm hungover too, all right? We got to suck it up. We got to put one in the end zone.
All right. At the barbecue, what route does Lance's dad run? You know, they're talking shit.
Yeah, it's a flag route.
Final answer.
It's either like a flag or a go. I'm going to go flag.
Button hook right.
Oh, God. I should have
On 3.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he goes, hut, hut, hut. He takes like 2 steps and just does like the slowest thing ever. And Mox's dad is, rifle that fucking pigskin. And just takes one to the schnoz.
All right, 0 for 5. Let's go.
All right, Matt, this is where you turn it around. Right here. When Billy Bob is experiencing concussion symptoms and has to see the school nurse, what nickname does Coach Kilmer give him during his pep talk? You know, Billy Bob is in health class. He asks Miss Davis to go to the bathroom. She says, please. He comes back. He's sweating. He collapses at his desk.
Yeah,
he goes to the nurse's office. Coach Kilmer walks in and pretty much tells the nurse to beat it.
Yeah. Anchor, you're my anchor. I don't know. I'm bad at trivia. Don't put me on the spot.
I did give you a warning like a week ago that I was going to give you.
You know full well that I wasn't going to watch this movie.
It's football season, man. It's a great film. It's like 90 minutes out of your day.
Anchor.
For the rest of your life. I would have accepted William Robert or Soldier. You're my soldier, William Robert, which is
okay.
Billy Bob. I would have accepted either, but you kind of fucking suck because you're stupid. All right.
Sorry, I have a job during the day.
Matt, you full well have plenty of time to watch one of the best football films of all. All right. Tweeter plays a supporting cast role as wide receiver and one of Mox's best friends. What's his first name?
Kyle?
Final answer?
Yeah.
Charlie.
I knew that.
Charlie Tweeter. People listening right now are just going ballistic, I'm sure.
Look, I'm hungover too, all right?
Yeah, just keep playing.
We got to suck it up. We got to put one in the end zone.
It'll be real fun to edit out later.
Whatever. It'll be fine. What's the name of the strip club where they spend all night with Miss Davis?
The landing strip?
We got one.
I want to change my answer.
We got one. I wish I had some sort of...
What's the next one?
Who the hell are you, man? Isaac fucking Newton?
There we go. That adds up. I'm going to keep track of your score here. Which college does Mox get a full ride scholarship to?
Brown.
All right. 2 in a row. Turning it around. In the last game of the year against Gilroy, what is the final score?
21-14.
Not a bad guess. It's 20-17. All right, so Matt has 3 correct. You need to sweep here to get the over. Bonus round. What are the jersey numbers of the 5 main characters? That's Mox, Lance, Wendell, Billy Bob, and Tweeter. At any order, let me know.
Tweeter's 80.
Final answer?
88.
Final answer?
88.
Wrong. 82.
Mox is 4.
Correct.
Lance is 7. Billy Bob's 69. Wendell 36.
Mox is number 4. Lance is number 7. Billy Bob is 69. Wendell is 33. So Matt ends up with 6 out of 15. Wasn't that fun, though?
Yeah, a little bit. I hate trivia. I even knew it was coming. And
I gave you a fair warning.
I like the trivia where it's like okay to be wrong, like blind rank these without knowing what comes next. Like that one, I kind of like.
I mean, obviously, it's easy for me to say since I'm the one who wrote the questions
and watched the movie recently. But yeah,
but I think I would have gotten like 12 to, if not 14 of these correct. The book that Mox reads on the sideline, I knew you weren't going to get. I had to throw one in there. Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut. It's a war drama. Yeah. But that's our episode 261. Thank you so much for listening. Matt, how can our loyal listeners get more involved in the No Brains, No Headache universe?
follow us on all social media platforms. That is all the major ones. And you can subscribe on YouTube. And you can watch the entire show.
Yeah, check us out on YouTube. It's fun to watch the show. A little bit different if you're available to. If not, at least go subscribe. You know, we'd appreciate the subscription there, and the views are always great. You can also check the link in our bio when you do go follow us on social media, and that's going to take you to the link to buy tickets for our upcoming show at the Bell Mayhews Auditorium on Saturday, September 13th. We have John Kennedy coming from New York City, David Standel from Fargo. We also have Matt Cleary, Samson Hurley. I will be hosting. For those of you wondering, you say, hey, Jordan, I'm sick and tired of your shit. I hate your comedy. This is going to be my last show in Bismarck for a while, so you might as well at least come out and celebrate the end of an era and come out to the Bell Mayhews Auditorium. It's a historic venue. It's going to be a great night. Once again, that's Saturday, September 13th here in downtown Bismarck. Shows at 7. Our doors at 7, shows at 8. Fuck me running. And we're going to have a good time. It's going to be a great show. We'd really appreciate it if you came out and supported us. We'll have merch for sale, and there's going to be some drinks available. It's a great venue with a lot of great seats. There's not a bad seat in the house. So you can go on there to the website, buy some tickets. You can choose exactly what seat you want, and it's just going to be a really fun time. We had a great time there last time. And we look forward to it. So hopefully we see you then. Up next, we have episode 262.
You're watching Channel 4 News with 5-time Emmy Award-winning anchor Ron Burgundy and Tits McGee.
Good evening, San Diego. I'm Veronica Corningstone.